皆さんこんにちは and welcome to Shogo's podcast. So everyone, thank you so much for joining the live stream we did on March 26th around midnight time in Japan time. Thank you so much for joining. And if you have not joined the live stream in the main channel, by the way, we actually did a special celebration announcement live stream saying that Kazu has actually become our full-time team member in Kyoto. Yay! He actually moved to Kyoto for us from Hiroshima, where he was born, where he was brought up, to come to Kyoto to just work with us, with me. So I was really happy about it, and we actually have been discussing this from last year, from the middle of last year. So I was actually already knowing that this will happen around this timing, but of course I needed to make enough profit to of course pay for his working and everything. And I was very not nervous completely, but I was feeling really responsible about it. And of course in between we actually suddenly had Tomoko join the team too, right? Yeah, so that was actually not in the plan. I was only going to be hiring Kazu. So my financial plans were just for hiring him, but because I wanted to absolutely work with Tomoko too, everything suddenly changed from there. We had to reschedule everything, but still we made it possible. It's all thanks to you guys and supporting us and always watching our videos that Kazu joining the team became a reality too. Thank you so much. And I said in the live stream too that Kazu and I really wanted to work with each other for a really long time. We've been talking about it for about 3 years ago. If you may remember, I actually originally had a different business that I wanted to do right before COVID came. I was working in the tourism industry for 3 different companies, and after working at 3 different companies, I thought, I should do a new challenge. I should start my own business, and I started a musical show facility place. But that actually had to close in 2 months after opening, actually renting a proper place, independent home, and also using about 5 to 6 million yen, which was gone in 2 months without making any profit whatsoever. And Kazu was unfortunately not able to join my company, obviously, because nothing went well. So we've been talking about working together for a really long time, and it finally became a reality. So for me, it was a dream come true. You know, Kazu and I have been friends since 15 years old, since the beginning of high school. And we've just been best friends too, but I really was hoping to work with them as well, accomplish something together in life. So yeah, I was just really happy about it. I was also really happy that so many people came to our live stream. Maximum, we actually have more than 400 people listening, and we all enjoyed making first of all, doing the calligraphy for Kazu's resolution, and also making the temarizushi, the round sushi. If you haven't seen the video yet, I have the archive left on my main channel. I hope we can check it out. Thank you so much. But today's podcast is not about that. We already talked about that yesterday. So today, I'd like to talk about what I really like about Kazu as my best friend. Kazu is seriously an amazing guy, an awesome guy. You probably noticed from the videos. But there's especially three things that I think Kazu is really amazing. Yeah, so today's podcast is just me boasting about my best friend. So please stay with me, okay? The number three, where I think what's amazing about Kazu. Number 3 is how steady his hands are and how fast he learns. Yep. Kazu is literally good at everything. He's that kind of guy. Any sport, for example, you make him do. He always makes fun of himself, and he says that he's not really good at soccer. Yeah, but if he learns the basics, I know he can do it really quickly. Like, you might have seen, please take a look at the archive of the live stream, but you might have seen him putting on a kimono. We bought him a new kimono, actually, for a celebration. But that kimono, he put it on himself. That was like the second or third time he put a kimono on himself. And I did teach him, of course, but I've only said it with words. I didn't actually properly demonstrate it so many times, maybe just once or something. Yeah. But he completely understood everything from how to put on the juban, doing the collars properly, putting on the belt properly, the obi belt properly, wearing the hakama, tying it, wearing the haori and everything. He just saw it a couple of times and now he's basically almost mastered it. He does need to practice a little bit of moving around in the kimono, but he is definitely the fastest learning person I've ever met before. Now, Tomoko is also very, very fast learning, but she is more of fast learning, but also fast moving, I should say, Tomoko is. She gets everything done very, very quickly. Yeah, and she's always the kind of person, she's always on schedule and everything. So, anyways, Kazu, number 3 is Kazu is a super fast learner, is super steady hands, yeah. Number two, Kazu is a person who has a lot of responsibility. Yeah. So in his previous job too, when he was working in Hiroshima for 4 years, he used to work at a company that did translations for like articles or company websites, things like that. And ever since I was hearing about his job and everything, I really noticed. Well, even before that, actually, we used to volunteer together at YMCA. If you guys know about YMCA, it's the world's biggest NGO group. But we used to volunteer at YMCA. There was a lot of activities, programs that we did together. We built together, scheduled, planned, and actually run and everything together. But he is a person who has a lot of responsibility. He never just, what should I say, he gets things done properly. And saying with words, it really sounds like, well, yeah, everyone should get their things done. But not everyone does their things with responsibility, right? Kazu, like for example, sometimes if a due date suddenly comes, just because of the client said so, because that client wanted him to get the job done, a week earlier, all of a sudden he does it, even if he can't sleep at night, for example, and he needs to be awake the whole night, he does it. For example, there was an occasion where a coworker suddenly could not come to work, and Kazu had to work for that person, even though it was a holiday for him. He goes to work. He has responsibility. This is something that a lot of people cannot do, I think. Sometimes, though, as a friend, I am a little bit worried about him because he's a little bit too responsible. Sometimes he's responsible for the things that he doesn't have to, almost, sometimes. So I do want him to, of course, sometimes relax, and lean back a little bit, but still, as a friend and also as a person who is hiring him now, I really, really can rely on Kazu of his responsibility. It's really, really amazing. Yeah. And number one is the best part about Kazu. I must talk about this, and it is that he is funny. You might have noticed through my videos that I make with him, the Kyoto Hidden Gem series or whatever it is. Kazu is just a really jolly person. He's super funny. He just always really enjoys making us laugh. And the thing about this is that I really feel when a person is funny or it can make someone else laugh, it means that person cares about other people, right? Because if you don't care about other people, what makes them laugh, what they think are interesting, what they think is funny, if you're not always caring about other people, the people around you, you can't make someone laugh. If you're only interested about yourself, and you only care about yourself, it's impossible to make someone laugh with the things that you say, all the time, So Kazu is always looking out for all of us, not just for me, but also for Harubi, for Tomoko, for our kids. And being able to make us laugh means that he always is looking out for us and caring about us. And, he's really interested in the things that we are interested in, right? Yeah. And that's the same for our viewers too, for you. For everyone who's watching our channel, he always tries to make the people watching our videos laugh too, right? Yeah, but that's because he wants more people to be happier. And not everyone can do that, right? Yeah. So I would say out of all the 3 things I talked about today, of being fast learning, having a lot of having a lot of responsibility, but I really think that him being a funny, jolly person is actually number 1 because this is rooted from his kindness. Yep. So I think after listening to this podcast, I think you can understand how much I'm happy. I am a lucky person, how much I'm a lucky person to have him I'll basically have him in my life almost, as not just a friend from now on, but also as a, should I say, an ally, I guess. Ally? I don't know if that's the right word or not, but to try to fight through everything, and fight for our dreams. He's not just a friend anymore. He's actually going to be fighting together with me side by side, going through all the challenges and the hard parts, of everything. And it's great that we're going to be able to make a lot of memories, together from now on, of course, the team, 4 of us together, and the kids. So I'm just really excited. As I said in the live stream too, we're going to be able to do so many more things thanks to Kazu. He is a professional translator. We'll be able to do so much more interviews. There will be a lot of places we'll be able to go because we have 2 men right now, me and Kazu. We'll be able to travel to far distances and everything. So I just really hope that you can look forward to what Let's Ask Shogo is going to be changing into, all thanks to Kazu. So then everyone, as I always say at the end of the podcast, my ultimate dream in my life is to make all Japan lovers' dreams come true. So I know that there are a lot of people studying Japanese, willing to come to Japan and study, work, or travel, or maybe even train in our traditional culture and such. Yeah. But I am afraid that Japan will not be able to make everyone's dreams come true in the future because Japan is facing a lot of social problems. As you see my main channel, we are losing our traditional culture, and the younger generations who are responsible for carrying on the good things about Japan are dying because of all the social issues being shoved against them. And literally dying, by the way. The suicide rate among the young is #1 in the world in Japan. And the reason for dying, number one is suicide. Not car accidents, not diseases or sicknesses, it's suicide. You can understand how terrible the situation is. So I really want to dedicate my life to try to make Japan a better place so that future generations can also make their dreams come true. And to do that, I want to try to solve the social problems, I want to evolve traditional culture, and I also want to help out the younger generations so they can have a brighter future. And to do that, my first step is to achieve 1 million subscribers by January 2023 on my main channel, so all your likes and comments will help to boost my videos to new viewers, so it'd be great if you can help me out. Step 2, Step 3 are already in mind to try to make even bigger changes, and I will be happy to present these things once we achieve 1 million subscribers, so I hope you can look forward to that too. And thank you so much everyone for listening to today's podcast. I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.